Here's the Bosch Daredevil Spade Bit set. 6-piece, comes in a nice carry case, padded carry case. Keeps your bits nice and healthy and in good condition during transport and things like that. So yeah, it comes with 6 bits starting at 3/8 inch in size, up to 1 inch, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and then a 1 inch wide bit. See the 3/4 inch we've used a little bit before, so a bit of the paint's chipping off, but that's no problem. And yeah, quite a few sizes. I guess if you're in a trade environment, you'd probably want a few wider ones, a 1.5, 2 inch bit maybe. But I think there is a set, a larger set that does come with those bits. There we go, nicely bundled up, ready to go. Here we've got the Bosch Daredevil bits, new spade bit design from Bosch. We've got the threaded, or the full cone threaded tip. That's designed to basically draw the bit into the wood as it rotates. So like any type of screw, it draws the cutting edges into the material that you're cutting. It's pretty aggressive, so you tend to need a pretty powerful drill with a lot of torque to cut effectively and with a good speed. So these larger bits, 7/8 and 1 inch bits, typically a corded type battery drill will struggle with, but it can be done, especially if you're cutting into softwoods. Now we've got these pretty sharp spurs on the top here, and they're designed to give a cleaner exit hole. So as the bit goes through the wood and comes out to the exit here, it kind of scores that outer edge to prevent chip out. You'll notice the edges of the bit, unlike a normal spade bit, these are actually ground on a slight angle. I'll see if I can get that in picture there. But they are definitely ground, as you can see here, and quite sharp. I mean, they're not going to cut your finger or anything, but they will cut material more effectively than a flat edge on a traditional spade bit. The other major thing you'll notice is the shape of the paddle. It's quite contoured, and the idea there is to help sort of remove chips and debris from these cutting surfaces here, especially when the bit gets into the wood a bit further. A lot of debris can get sort of trapped in there and affect cutting speed. Typical sort of 1/4 inch hex shaft there. It's got this power groove there, which for some drills will sort of lock into, particularly hammer type drills, although I tend to find they work just as well on a standard drill. So yeah, that's it. That's the Bosch Daredevil bits. We have a set of 6. I think the smallest is a 1/4 inch up to 1 inch. And what we'll do is we'll drill a few holes with the 1/2 inch bit, I think it is, on our Makita 18 volt lithium ion drill. We'll see how we go. Actually, we're going to drill the 3/4 inch bit. We've just got some stud framing material, pine, and we've got it in the Makita 18 volt lithium ion drill. Very good drill. We've reviewed it on the website before. Model BDF 452, 18 volt. So we'll see how it goes into this pine framing material. As we can see, it's going through pretty easy. You can feel there's a bit of a, it's making the drill motor work a little bit, but yeah, I'm just taking it easy. I'm not really applying much force at all. Just letting the cutting edges of the bit do the work, essentially. See how we go on a hole right near the end of the wood. See if we have any problems splitting. Yep, and there we go. I mean, that's kind of expected, but nonetheless, it's done well. Cuts really well, pretty aggressively. We'll get that out of the vise and we'll have a look at the back side of those cuts. You can see the top side's pretty clean. The inside edges are pretty clean as well. I mean, that's all you need really for these type of bits. On that pass there, I tried to go a bit slower as it got through to the end to see if we could prevent any more chip out. So we'll just do another one here at normal speed next to it and see the difference, if there is any. Okay, so here's the back side of the material we cut. Because you can see that the front side, the entry side, yeah, pretty good result. Nice clean edges. A little bit of chip out between these ones where they're cut close together. But again, this being pine framing, has a pretty high tendency to chip anyway. And we can see that end one certainly split the material, but that wasn't unexpected really. Have a look at the back side. Again, we can see it looks much worse than it is because these holes are pretty close together, and so that the chip out is kind of just joining together and having I guess a cascading or a multiplying effect. Now this was the hole where I deliberately went a bit slower on the exit side to see if we could reduce the chip out. You can see we still got a little bit there, but this side there's none there, but again, usually it will tend to just chip out on one edge anyway. You can see here those edges are just that cascading effect, and this one was just again the normal speed. So these two here, this hole here, this exit hole, we're trying to reduce the chip out as best as possible, and this one was just sort of normal. So there's a little, I guess, a bit of a better result with that one as opposed to this one. But for any type of work that you're using these bits for, quality of the hole or the cut is not terribly essential. And the inside, you can see the inside edges are quite clean there. Certainly more than acceptable to run cabling, conduit, most type of materials you'd run through a cut like this, and definitely the speed of the cut is excellent. Yeah, so there we go. It's a good result. It's certainly a good product. Much faster than a traditional spade bit.